This is Rec Room Sports. Olympians carrying the torch, going where they don't go. We ain't lost. From the optics to the topics, we got this with synopsis. Think outside the boxes like Jay on the mic or your boy K Witt. Joe is my coach, T Sweat on the mix. All sports, even if you catch fish like Nate Diaz catches fist. You need to catch this episode, it's a can't miss. We go live and you should subscribe and X's and O's. We made our plan, yo.
Yeah. Say what? Say what? Say what? It's the Say What, the Red Room. It's the Say What, the Red Room. Trending topics. It's the Say What, the Red Room. Trending topics. Hey, what? The Red Room. Trending topics. You know what time it is, man? We back in the building. The whole gang is here. We are back in the Honeycomb Hideout, the sweatshop.
Yeah.
We just got fresh, straight off the grill. Shout out to one of our sponsors. Shouts out to Philly Special, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We
the
did
wings were special.
50 cent wings busting today, if I must add, along with the Phillies.
And the loaded fried Phillies.
Okay, loaded fried Phillies. Yeah, shout out to you, Sweat. We got to get that up, man, because we're going to switch it up a little bit. But we're going to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors for the day. Hey, man, Kraqin Iced Tea, what's going on? Make sure you check out their Instagram page. Make sure you follow, like, share, and subscribe. Kraqin Iced Tea coming to a local bodega near you, okay? Or Piggly Wiggly near you, because we got them at the pig, too.
Bodega.
Okay. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know how we do, man. Every other week, we just do the trending topics. We're going to keep it funky. We're going to keep it fresh. And we're going to get around the room. We got to go ahead and do the dang old thing. One time for my boy T Sweat, also known as T Sweat, but you call him T Sweat.
T Sweat.
Hey, man, one time for my boy Jay on the MIC. What's good, man?
Bruh.
71?
71.
We're going to talk about it, man. Jay's going to talk about it. Jay going to talk about it today.
71.
And one time for my man, Mac O'Malley, a.k.a. Joey Snow. Joe, what's good with you? Hey, man, it's your boy K Witt, man. You always number one draft pick. You already know what time it is with me, man.
I don't approve of this.
You don't approve of that nickname? Come on, bro. Hey, man, we all know. We all know why. We know why we call him Joey Snow.
Yeah, y'all better stop that bullshit.
Hey, man, but you know, it's going down. One of the big things this last couple of days, so we gonna jump right into it. Yeah, we gonna calm that down for Joey. But anyway, one of the big things these last few weeks that we know has already taken place, and we got to talk about, man. Really big event, happens every year in the NBA, AllStar Weekend in Utah.
Definitely, man. We had that. You know, it's been some time since then, but you know, we want to talk about some things that, you know, like your favorite All-Star moment,
right?
And you know, things that we remember from All-Star games or All-Star weekends of the past, and you know, going into this, you know, this past All-Star weekend and the festivities, and the fact that Dame is, you know, he won the 3-point contest and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
man.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, man. So big shouts out to all my Portland Trailblazer fans. Dame came through in, you know what I'm saying, pure shooter fashion, won the 3-point contest. I mean, and I could tell from the beginning that Dame was already ready for that. Ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Then we got to give a big shouts out to my prediction to win the Slam Dunk contest. Matt McClung pulling out several.
Put on the show.
Several.
He blew up.
Yeah, several dunks. Okay. And he did them all the first time. All right. You don't miss this. All right. So big shouts out to Matt McClung on that one. Another highlight, you know what I'm saying? Somebody from the Boston Celtics is the #1 scorer in All-Star history now, or points per All-Star game. We can talk about Jason Tatum with 55, man. The double nickel went out there and actually put on a show.
Crazy.
In this All-Star game. How did y'all feel about the selection process before the game this year? I know that was new.
It kind of had me a little hype. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be like the best All-Star game ever, but I ain't gonna say it was the best. It wasn't the best.
It wasn't.
But the anticipation
defense.
before the game was cool.
The pre-draft right before it was dope.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a street ball kind of element.
Right.
And
I just got so excited. He started who he picked. He tried to pick John.
Oh yeah, Ja, like early
he tried
when
to
it was
pick
on the
John
reserves.
Yeah, you got to go through the starters first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then nobody wanted to be last.
Yeah, nobody
you
wanted
saw,
to be
You saw
last.
Joker didn't even let him pick.
Yeah, Jokic just went ahead and stood up and walked
Not
over there.
disrespect the MVP like this.
Yeah.
No, bet not.
He said that.
The bonus come on out last.
Right.
Right, yeah, he said it before it even happened. He was like, "Yeah, this game isn't for me." But you know what I'm saying? Big shouts out to the 2-time MVP, possibly the 3-time MVP.
You gonna win it, bro. It's like, bro.
You know, but listen,
It's a lot of competition out here too. Now, Embiid, if they give it to him, I will understand.
Right.
But boy, dog, Joker numbers is crazy right now. He averages triple double with it, dog.
listen.
Oh yes,
Gotta
yeah.
give it to him.
You got a whole bunch of triple
It's
doubles.
like he keep doing something different.
Yeah.
From the last year he won MVP.
Right.
He kind of reinvented himself. So man,
Them Nuggets is a problem.
Hey man,
We'll talk about that later though.
You know what? Like, you know, Jay brought up a great point. You know what I'm saying? Since we kind of are going to just kind of gloss over what happened with the last most recent All-Star game. Like, what are some of the most like iconic All-Star game memories that you guys all have? You know what I'm saying? I'll tell y'all one. For me, a few years ago, maybe more than a few now, when Shaq and Dwight Howard actually faced off against one another in the open court, and Shaq, you know, of course, you know, coming off with the moniker Superman originally, then Dwight Howard, you know, winning 2 dunk contests with the Superman cape and so on and so forth. And then Shaq finally got a chance to get at him, and then he hit him with the between the legs, the nutmeg, and then, you know, say got the pass and then dunked it on him. I thought that was pretty cool. That was one of my favorite movies, you know, because the All-Star game is not only fun, but it's serious at the same time.
Right.
Another one, and this is definitely one of my favorites. Y'all know how big of a Tracy McGrady fan I am. Okay, and he wasn't the first to do it, but he did it when everybody was playing seriously.
That's definitely what I was gonna say.
Tracy McGrady threw it off the backboard, caught it, cocked it back.
Yeah.
Mid-game, very, very much iconic moment. Joe, what you got?
LeBron did that. LeBron had did that too in the All-Star game.
He did, but
but
Yeah.
Tracy
McGrady,
Yeah.
Tracy kind of did it first.
Yeah, Tracy McGrady was
For
like,
sure.
That was dope that LeBron
he had
pulled
on,
it out.
he had on
like
two, he had on the
38.
two, the red and the yellow. He had the red and the green T-Max on. That was iconic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're right, LeBron.
So hey, we just talking All-Star game moments.
Yeah, this a good All-Star game moment. What you got?
Definitely, come on now. I'm an OG Lakers fan. Everybody knows Shaq and Kobe with a 3-peat. When Shaq got traded back to Phoenix, I believe he played in the All-Star game still. Him and Kobe was on the same team. They both got co-MVP that game.
Oh, that
but
did
the All-Star
happen.
game, they was going stupid.
I forgot about that.
Playing with each other, throwing alleys,
Right.
all types of stuff. You know, what I'm saying? So it was fun to watch them boys kind of come back. Like what could have still been there if they would have stayed together. You know what I'm saying? To have a special moment, co-MVPs. Like I think that's one of the first few times it happened in the All-Star game.
Right.
It was just like old memories. You know what I'm saying? Like deja vu.
All right.
It was dope.
Jay, what about you, man? What's the All-Star memory you got?
It's not a game moment. It was when Shaq was dancing with the Jabberwockies.
Oh, that's a good one.
The one, I guess the defining thing about that, while you're actually enjoying it and watching, you laughing and whatnot, is just the fact that it kind of epitomized like what Shaq brought to the league with him that one moment. You know, this is basically in a nutshell what Shaq brought to the league, and that was just real fun to watch, man.
Right.
He's always been a great showman, and just made me think about the Super Bowl parties. But anyway,
and with that one, I'm
Yeah.
gonna raise you one.
Shaq's foot
I'm gonna raise you one. I'm gonna raise you when Derrick Rose and everybody from the Miami Heat and all them boys was on that East Coast team, and everybody got up and was dancing and they was excited. LeBron was dancing.
Oh, you talking about Derrick Rose?
Derrick Rose was looking at the boys like, man, I'm not dancing with y'all characters, man. Y'all trying to beat me. Everybody was on the same team basically, and they had Derrick Rose running point. I remember that. Sweat, tell us one of your favorite ones.
Warner was the team at dunk for sure.
Okay.
But I don't know what year it was, but it was Kobe and LeBron that was going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. Was that his last?
Was that the last Kobe?
Kobe last one?
The one when LeBron ain't shot the shot.
Yeah, that was
still when Kobe was like.
Yeah, he
that
was
was when
still
LeBron
playing.
was still in the Cavs. You know.
I'm tripping it. Yeah,
That was
Like maybe like LeBron last year in the Cavs. I think.
yeah.
yeah, probably
I think
was.
that's
Kobe
right.
was coming out of his prime.
that was kind of dope because we always kind of want to see that.
Yeah.
You know, that matchup like that.
Right.
And what's another one? Even Jordan last, you know, I know I talk about Michael Jordan all the time, but the last All-Star game he played
The last
in,
Jordan All-Star game.
that was like to the
Carter
end.
gave him his spot.
Yeah.
That was dope. So he can start. That was dope. I got another one on real quick. When Kobe started an All-Star game, like when he wasn't even starting on his own team because they had, you know, Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel. But he started an All-Star game against Mike, and him and Mike was going at it for a second.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He tried like 17 that game. That was entertaining.
And Mike was in the other locker room going, man, hey, I got the young fella. He been talking trash all
Let him
day.
score neither. He had one of them score. He was out there.
Right. Yeah, he wouldn't. And
Well, if we talking dunk
Mike was
contest,
going at
man,
it for a second.
2000 dunk contest, man.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
best one with Vince Carter.
Yeah, man.
I think the Aaron Gordon, Zach
The Aaron Gordon,
that
Zach
was
LaVine
just
battle.
Those are the best
because-
dunks ever.
just
Best
because there was
dunks
a
ever.
battle in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Vince
Yeah.
clearly nobody was coming close, but it was like 50 after 50 with them
Yeah.
going back at each
Right,
other. It's
right.
an extra bonus round.
Right.
It was crazy.
It was
My
a
favorite
much
dunk contest all the time.
it was a much anticipated
Yeah, that was
dunk
crazy.
contest.
Speaking
for
of that,
sure.
bro, Matt McClung saved the dunk contest this year, but I just want to see the stars dunk. Like, bro, can I get a Zion Williamson, Ja Morant,
Matter of fact, we can just do that.
Anthony Edwards,
Ja versus
Anthony Edwards.
Zion.
give
Oh,
me
yeah,
Matt
Anthony
McClung
Edwards.
back in there and see the champ, and then give me like Zach LaVine and Aaron going to come back one more time. Like, I just want to see where the stars like they
Right.
just come back and just put on for the fans.
It's a
man.
big deal, and for me, I noticed, you know what I'm saying. I saw in a lot of the online chatter, Matt McClung made $106,000, I think that season, right? But then he made 106 that one time for winning the All-Star dunk
Crazy.
contest. And I was right. I was wrong because I was saying that he was playing for the Lakers, but he was drafted by the Lakers and picked up by the Sixers and given a two-way.
Oh.
So yeah, that's why he was wearing all that Philly stuff. So, but if you look online, Matt McClung has been dunking, putting the ball between his legs in game since high school.
Wow.
And where's my little button
yeah,
at?
a bunch of
Where's the
highlight
did you
film,
know
like-
button at?
His takes was dope. I ain't gonna lie. His takes was dope. Dunking on people at Georgetown.
Did you know Matt McClung is Riff Raff's little cousin?
But what?
What kind of facts are those?
Yeah.
Johnny Dunn.
No.
Yeah.
But who's Riff Raff?
You don't know who Riff Raff is? Man, come on, man. Look up. Hey, man. YouTube Riff Raff. I got stars. That's his new song right there. Shout out to Riff Raff, man. You know what I'm saying? AKA, you know what I'm saying? Larry Bird of hip hop. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Riff Raff. You know what I mean? We gonna go ahead
Another
and
thing
move
with
on.
All-Star Weekend real quick, just checking out everybody's shoes.
Oh
Shoe
yeah,
game.
the shoe game
is elite.
I was about to say
Everybody
moving
bringing
forward,
out
the
they
shoes.
signature shoes.
Shout out
Everybody
to
bringing
Tatum.
out dope shoes, PEs, original. You know what I'm saying? Ja debuted his shoe this year. Now he got another signature athlete gonna have a dope shoe line that's gonna sell out. But yeah, just looking at everybody's shoes because everybody gonna wear like a dope
What's going on?
elite,
I thought the
unique
Ja
colorway
Morant's. I
for
thought
they
the
shoe.
Ja Morant's
They
was
got
dope too.
Word.
all black joints he wore with the
Yeah, because he got
diamonds
the
in
diamond encrusted Nike check. That
Crazy.
was yeah, and you know what I'm saying. Shout out to his little sister who they was giving a lot of acclaim to online as well
She a baller. She a baller.
yeah for wearing the new Jaws looking
Oh.
like yeah those are hard.
She getting all
Um,
the packs. Like
Yeah,
she already got them.
Yeah, she already got them.
Exclusive.
She get all the packs.
Your shoe gonna sell out when they hit the store. The
Straight
whole
up.
Carolina gonna have them.
But something that I want to bring it, you know, want to bring to our attention, and we're gonna keep it moving. Of course, was like the lackadaisical style of play.
It's no defense no
For
more.
the-
That's
Yeah,
it's
it's been
called
like that
spade
for
to
some
spade.
years.
I'm just
though.
talking about it.
They usually don't play defense in like the league.
Yeah, no,
Okay, I thought
in
you
general,
were talking about
for the
All-Star.
whole thing because okay, I'm a fan of the other competitions in the game, right? And everybody likes to talk about how fierce the competition used to be. Like, let's say when Larry Bird walked into the locker room. Everybody knows the story. Larry Bird walked into the locker room and told everybody, all right, who's going to come in second? Because he knew who was going to win the three-point contest back then, right?
I be damn.
Right. But of course, you know what I'm saying? Jordan Poole, you know, one of the guards for the Utah Jazz, hometown Utah Jazz, he's
Jordan
out
Clarkson.
there. Jordan Clarkson, there we go. Jordan Clarkson out there. Y'all know me in names. Anyway, y'all know how I do with the
Damn
names.
slave.
So y'all know he come out there.
Sure know how to piss on a
he got the
man's parade.
he got the chain on. He got his nails polished. He got his jersey untucked, and he doing the skills challenge.
Yeah.
She ain't hitting him in the face while he dribbling the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was
I
like,
ain't
yo,
see.
I was like, yo, how you gonna come out there like that? Like,
I
for
didn't
real.
see the skill challenge.
You didn't?
Shining.
It was. Nah, I can't lie. It was dope. You know, they had the Antetokounmpo brothers, and then of course, because Giannis was hurt, they let Drew Holiday in.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? They had the three players from Utah.
Right.
That was pretty. Yeah, Jordan Clarkson.
How was the celebrity game? I didn't see that.
The celebrity game was actually pretty dope.
DK Metcalf was going
DK
off.
Metcalf was going off.
Yeah.
Shout out
He
to
was
the Miz of WWE
The Miz was
fame.
playing too?
The Miz hit a half court shot
yeah.
at the end of the
Oh,
game.
wow.
He had a game tying or game winning shot.
Game time, I think it's in
Yeah, so but you know
That's crazy.
Yeah, the Miz. Shout out to the Miz, man. He's got a great story for the WWE. But
Real World, remember that?
yeah,
He was on that.
Yeah, that was
We
his
started
thing.
out.
He was out there doing the real world. Then he got on the WWE Tough Enough.
That's
and
crazy.
He is a WWE star now. For, you know,
Man, he came from the trenches.
for real, the real chances. So big shout out to the Miz, man. We messing with you. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, you know, one of the lackadaisical things, the lack of style of play that we saw from the competition standpoint and the All-Star game itself. Should we change that going forward, or is that just becoming the norm? Like, it's the All-Star game. Let them do what they want.
I like the idea they do every quarter. You know, whoever get the high, give it to that organization. I don't think they need to take that out.
I just think that they need to let it be a serious game. You know what I'm saying? This is what I think they need to do. They need to go back to East versus West
Yeah,
and say, look, whoever win this game,
get home
get
court.
home court advantage.
Yeah.
in the
Like
NBA finals.
baseball.
They're going to play so serious. You're going to see them lay it all on the line.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing that can make them play real
Yeah,
serious.
that's
you know what I'm
real.
saying? So that's what I think they should do. But as far as All-Star game, there's no defense being played.
Yeah, no, it was fun to watch, but it got like real.
Except for LeBron. LeBron had blocked Shea.
Oh yeah,
He blocked.
Like, for no reason.
He let it go.
No, he blocked it because he was like, "Hey, bro, y'all, I broke the record on y'all, but y'all beat me, so I'm."
I get it. I ain't thought about that.
I ain't let you get it.
Yeah, Shea Gildas
Yeah,
had
said something after the
feel
game.
that.
He was letting everything go. He wasn't playing no defense, but he blocked my shot.
Right.
He was like, I got something for that.
For real.
Yeah, Shea Gildas Alexander had to
About that.
feel that.
Hey,
Shout
we
out
need
to
that
him.
dub too, for sure.
Yeah, needed them.
Shout out to Shea Gildas Alexander on his first All-Star appearance too.
He
You know what
balling,
I'm
bro.
saying?
Right.
He's
That's
top 5 guard.
speaking of that. That's another suggestion. The world versus the USA,
okay,
because
there's so many foreign players.
you got Embiid. You even got Gil.
But it'd be
Gil-
so big.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Embiid, Joker, Giannis on the same.
Yep, Giannis.
Marketing. He from Finland.
Yeah, Larkin.
Oh
Larkin
yeah,
marketing.
That's one more.
It's a lot of
There's a
them.
lot of guys that's in the
Think about all the
Yeah.
Canadians. You know what I'm saying? We got so many Canadians. You know what I mean?
Hey, shout out to Matt. We got proper kickback, man. He up on here, and he brought up a
Yes,
good
sir.
something I forgot. I always think about when I think All-Star games is when and pretty much to Joe's point. Back, I can't remember what year. I want to say it was 2000. Maybe it was 2000. But it was East versus West, and the East was down.
Wow.
And AI and Marbury.
Oh,
AI and Marbury, like the game was, they was getting like swatted. I think they were getting beat pretty bad.
Yeah.
And AI and Marbury just up and down the
Shout out
court,
to
Went
Starbury,
crazy. I
man.
remember
up and
that
down the
game.
court.
Shout out to
That's
Matt,
when All-Star
man.
games
That's
was All-Star
dope.
games. Like,
Yeah.
that was a dope ass moment. That's
I think it's because
Them boys ain't
it
wanna
was
lose.
East and West was dominant at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, All-Star game wise, it was dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt. I ain't gonna talk about that next comment of yours. It's
I
on
seen
here.
I
If somebody
seen
wants to read it on the live.
interview with
What he said?
interview with Kobe and CP3, and they was like, we never won
What
the
he
All-Star
said?
game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's not offensive, but he said that Matt McClung has a pre-civil rights face.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Pre-civil rights?
That's a good point.
Yeah, man. Hey, but once again, All-Star game is changing. I think that somewhere in there we need to incentivize winning. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they got the Ebron's rule where, you know what I'm saying, they do it in remembrance of Kobe, where they get to the fourth quarter and whoever scores 24 points first, wins the game.
No, that was what was different. They should have put it at 0 for a quarter.
They do something like that for the last. I think they.
Well, I guess that's not fair, but
What they do is it's a
rule?
target. Yeah, it's like a target number they add on to.
Yeah, and
to
they
find
use
out who
it.
get to the number first, they win the game.
Yeah.
So they changed that as opposed to
The
clock.
highest game I think is plus 24.
down.
The
Yeah.
highest team plus 24. Whoever gets to that,
Right.
that's who wins the game. And they
and then in this case, they was already winning by a lot, so they got to it.
and they do it in remembrance. They do
Quicker.
24 in remembrance of Kobe. So
Oh,
what I'm
that's
saying?
dope.
Yeah, so big shouts out to them. You know what I'm saying? And then for the most part, like I said, incentivizing the All-Star game is one of the things that I would hope that they do. Joe has a great idea when they possibly make it East versus West, and then they, you know what I'm saying, which would somewhere in the end during the playoffs turned into, you know what I'm saying, who gets home court advantage. I think that's cool, but I think you put some money on the table, man. Put some bands on there. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna get? Who
Put
gonna
an
get
M on the
bread?
dunk contest.
Right.
The dunk contest when they get $1 million. That'll bring.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'll bring more high caliber dunkers out. You know what I'm saying? That we wanna see.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna have somebody killing 60 a whole $200 million contract
Yeah.
for a $1 billion dunk contest. But that you know you're gonna need to do that.
And when it all comes down to it, that's probably why they don't play hard, because they don't want to get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you ain't gonna get hurt in
Probably
the dunk
an injury
contest.
thing.
Come out there and if you ain't hurt, you can dunk. Zion, I'm got my fingers crossed. Hopefully you be healthy next All-Star game so you can
Yeah.
dunk. Zion, I killed it. Oh my.
I really think Zion want to do
I
it.
feel like a part
Listen.
of me. All right, Mike Jordan did a dunk contest several times. Won them. Had a great rivalry with Dominique Wilkins. Vince Carter came and shut the dunk contest down. Young Kobe, rookie Kobe wins the dunk contest.
Sean Kemp did the,
You know what
the
I'm
dunk
saying?
contest, as Jay mentioned, off camera like 3 times, and he lost, but it was Sean Kemp though.
Yeah, Sean Kemp was the Buffalo Bills of the slam dunk contest. I
Yeah.
remember that. He said specifically, he said, I don't want to become the Buffalo Bills of the slam dunk contest. And that was just in Sean Kemp's situation, he was a better game dunker. Like in motion, what was going on, him
Yeah.
put back somebody possibly under, whatever the case may be. He was a better in game dunker, which
Oh.
his dunks in the middle of the slam dunk contest was kind of like, man, that's all you got, man.
I
You
feel-
know,
I
Rain
feel the
Man
same
supposed
way.
to bring, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Pain.
I feel like this is that would be a similar aspect of what happened to
But yeah,
Zion though.
But you got Jason Richardson, you know what I'm saying? I feel like LeBron didn't dunk. I feel like a part of my basketball childhood was taken from me.
Right, because LeBron didn't dunk.
And I feel like he set the tone for these new players not to dunk. Like, well, if LeBron would have dunked,
Oh yeah,
it would have forced
definitely.
everybody after him to continue.
Definitely.
Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
What's up for Josh Smith, man? What's up with Josh Smith out there
Losing
from
it, man.
Atlanta, man?
Josh
There's
Smith,
some good
J.R.
players who had good
Smith.
dunk contests.
Don't
who
shoot
didn't
it.
win.
You know what I'm saying? Josh Smith put on for the dunk contest one year. I remember that. You know,
Your favorite slam dunker in the dunk contest of all time? Mine's Zach LaVine.
I was gonna say like for real, like Aaron Gordon, Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine.
My
was up
Vince
there.
Carter, man.
And no,
Yeah,
and
shut
I'm gonna
that
tell you
joint
this,
down. He did.
and I'm gonna say this,
I
right?
wish Vince would have did it another year.
If Tracy,
Yeah,
if
he
Vince
did it
Carter
once.
wasn't in there, Tracy McGrady would have won. Tracy McGrady was hitting
Matt
him.
Raw.
T-Mac was hitting him.
See, even back then, they had every dunk contest had competition. Like you had a legit argument about who was going to win.
Yeah. I
Most
actually
people
like
this year
watched
didn't
it.
care who was going to win and thought it was going to be
Again.
bad. That didn't know Matt McClung. You know what I'm saying? Previous history, he came and he saved it. You know what I'm saying? But it's done been instances
Oh,
where the slam dunk
I got
contest was
one.
complete trash from top to bottom.
Jason Richardson.
Yeah,
Yes,
Jason,
His was
He was
his
one, too.
his
He
was
won 2 of 'em.
electrifying.
Huh.
Yes, he was doing stuff you ain't never
I had
seen.
that like Vince Carter feeling when he was in it for real.
Jason
And he did it
Richardson-
more than once.
Jason
Yeah, he won
Richardson
twice.
and Derek Mason had battles back to back, and I want to say Derek Mason was on the
Supersonics.
and then like he went to the Bucks, and there was the 2 years he went to the Bucks, and he went to the Sonics, or the Sonics and the Bucks, and then but Jason Richardson was on Golden State twice,
I think he was the first person to win it. 2 different, maybe he was the first.
like first person winning on 2 different teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
That's
but
dope.
but Derek Mason was raw. I don't think he really could do too much else, but he won that dunk contest. I'll
Shout
tell
out
you
to
that.
Spud Webb.
Man, shout out to Spud too.
Forgot about
Spud
Spud.
had game.
All right.
Yeah.
So, man,
What's happening?
what we got? I got something for you, man.
Okay.
I got something for you.
I'm really excited. You know, we got a couple things going on as far as the show because it's trending topics. So we got to go hit everything fast. Jay, hit that. What we got next?
Oh, I got you, man. Got you all the way. All the way.
Yes, it's our time, baby. It's our time. You know it's our time.
We going in. Man, I'm telling you what. I don't know if you know, but there's a hill that we got to climb, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? It's the uphill battle, baby. We back once again. Brought to you by our folks and our friends at Kraqin Iced Tea. Okay? One time for my people at Proper Kickback, too. Proper Kickback was good, man. Sweet Louise chicken. I need some of that.
It always be the extended version.
The theme song.
It'll never be the abbreviated.
Yeah, we gotta let that ride, bro. One yodel. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do with the uphill battle, y'all. We're gonna give y'all this time we're gonna do actually 4 teams, okay, that are at the bottom of their respective conferences, and we're gonna talk about which team has the harder hill to climb to reach the point in which they will be in the play-in or the playoffs. And pretty much, you know, everybody knows a little bit about basketball, but I'm going to tell you who we're going to talk about this time, okay? We're going to go from the Wizards of Washington, the Raptors of Toronto, shout out to the North, the Bulls of Chicago, and the Pacers of Indianapolis. Or Indiana, same place. Same place. And then, you know what I'm saying, then we're going to get into, you know, on a respective bubble team, which would be the Orlando Magic. Now, we just got finished watching the end of a game, which featured the Atlanta Hawks and the Washington Wizards. I, myself, personally, was a huge fan of them getting Porzingis to kind of give Bradley Beal somebody to do that deadly pick and roll. Who you gonna, you know, that who you gonna guard business? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna go for Bradley Beal who can shoot, or Porzingis who can either come in and step away from the basket. I really like that trade. Now, then we got to think about Fred VanVleet, man. He out there, man. I'm sorry, I don't know if y'all know, man. Fred VanVleet is dangerous. Okay, they got rid of Kyle Lowry out there in Toronto and almost really didn't lose a step. But then you got VanVleet and Pascal Siakam. That's a defensive powerhouse between the two. But VanVleet is out there shooting the lights out in the North right now.
Playing for that contract.
Yeah,
yeah. Keep turning it when
he's turning it up.
Offering them down.
He is turning it up right now.
Probably might end up somewhere else, but he definitely auditioning.
You know, then the Bulls, man. Like to me, the Bulls. These last 2 teams are like enigma teams. When I say enigma, I mean like they confused the hell out of me. Okay, because Zach LaVine, like when they put it together and it was like Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball. I was like, oh, bro, that's it. That's it. That's it. What? The Eastern Conference is done. Well, not done because you got to play the Celtics too. But you know what I'm saying. That's it. And for some odd reason, it has not come together. And I don't know why. And then, of course, the Indiana Pacers, an upstart team full of potential, you know what I'm saying? And possibly with the potential rookie of the year, not just, you know, candidate, but leader for the rookie of the year, also leading in assists, man. I'm talking about, you know, it's who would have thought, you know, and also in the AllStar game as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to talk about here, fellas. So like, let's pick a spot and let's jump on it in as well. So how about we just go for the middle and let's say Indiana. You know what I'm saying? What jumps out to you about Indiana, Jay?
They got a young nucleus, just like you stated. They're pretty much built. I think they're gonna be one of those teams that will make the playoffs and probably give whoever they play a little run. Then again, depending on who they play, they could be swept. They can be the doormat.
Right. I was just about to say it's possible it could go the other way too.
Out of all 4 of these teams I'm looking at, I would say at this moment, and then the Wizards just took a loss to the Hawks basically. So,
no, they beat them.
Yeah, they beat the Hawks, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah,
just
they
beat the
did.
Hawks.
Wow. Yeah. Sorry about that. That's
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Somebody hit me with the. Yeah. They lost. Trae Young basically missed his 3. They were in the position to win. So the Wizards jumped up 1. They're looking pretty good. If they could get Porzingis back, I like them.
Yeah.
But that's a big if, because I swear, means Porzingis. I mean,
Who knows what we get with Porzingis?
I don't even remember the last time I seen him in the playoffs. And I know it's with the Knicks.
Right.
Me personally, I would think either out of the Pacers and the Wizards right now, the Raptors are always dangerous. But man, the Pacers and Wizards, I think they will be the top two.
Right. I feel you on that one. Joey, what you think about it, man?
Oh man, when I'm looking at these 4 teams, I'm looking at rosters. I like Toronto roster. I like Fred VanVleet. I like Scotty Barnes. I like OJ. He coming back.
Anunoby.
You got Siakam, Pascal Siakam, who's going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to him. Was it his first All-Star appearance?
Yeah, All-Star. I think it might have been second.
Second All-Star.
Been in before.
Okay.
And then you got it's another cat they got, man, Butcher. He playing some good basketball right now too. So they got Trent Jr. I think.
Yeah.
So they got a nice team. I like their team. I think they're gonna actually make the play-in out of these 4 teams. It's only going a few spots available. I say only maybe 2 of these teams will make the play-in. I think like Toronto has the best chance in my opinion. Looking at Washington, Bradley Beal, Kuzma, they looking all right, but I don't think that they're gonna end up. I don't think they're gonna end up in the play-in. Chicago, I like their top 2. 1-2 punch and Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, Mr. Mid-Range himself. But besides that, the guard play, Caruso's hurt. Lonzo Ball can't get back on the court for some reason. You got Pat Bev. We all know what that's going to be, a bunch of defense, no production on the offensive side. So I don't think they're going to make the play-in as well.
He playing for his hometown, man. He might show us a little something.
I mean, he's going to be rough and rugged and be a leader and all that stuff. But, I mean, you need a bucket. It's not going to be bad.
Hey, man.
No disrespect to Pat Bev. He in the league because his defense.
Listen, man.
That's what I'm saying. So he going to play some
old
defense.
School. Everybody always say old school original Pat Bev used to give D-Row numbers. Okay? Back in Chicago.
Man, he's a few years from sitting on a bucket. Talking about. I'm sorry, man.
Hey, man, we love Pat Bev here at the show, man.
Pat.
Straight up, man. Pat, what it do, though, man? Come through. You know what I'm saying?
Pat.
Sweat, what you thinking, man? What you got with these 4 teams?
I say I'm going by best to least Raptors. Raptors, Pacers. No. Raptors, the same order.
Right.
Same order.
Okay.
Raptors, Wizards, Bulls, Pacers.
And I can't lie.
I think the Bulls might
They got a good chance
Make
if
a
they can
little-
lock it. If they can lock it. They got an okay chance.
They have an okay chance. They have a more
because they got 2 players. Pacers really got one dominant player in my eyes.
They have a team. The Pacers have a
What's
team.
his name? Pacers.
Tyler Halliburton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he
Halliburton.
just coming back off injury, kind of getting back.
Oh,
at
that
the end of the
too,
swing of
yeah.
things too. The Pacers not making the
And
play.
Buddy
Pacers
Hield,
not making the play.
Halliburton, Buddy
disrespect,
Hield.
they not.
You know what I'm saying? They just signed. What's my man's name? They just signed my boy to a nice little
Turner?
deal. Miles Turner. You
So
know,
they got a, like,
they was
1-2 punch,
they was
huh?
threatening to get rid of Miles Turner for like the last 2 years, but they gave
They were
Miles
trying
Turner
to do
a
the
check.
Buddy Hield Turner for like the whole first half of the
Right, for the whole
season
first half
for the
of the
Lakers.
season. I honestly like to say that the combination of defense and offense that DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine give you is a deadly combination. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, just like it's up there on the screen, I want to give a big shout out to the Toronto Raptors, man. I was watching, young Scotty Barnes coming to his own, Pascal Siakam, you know what I'm saying, OJ Anunoby.
He a problem.
You know what I'm saying?
Siakam, for sure.
It's kind of like one of those things where they got one of those teams where everybody from the 4 up is 6'7", 6'8", and that's really hard to play defense again. And just like we mentioned earlier, man, Fred VanVleet is a sniper, man, from beyond that arc, and he's a hard although diminutively a smaller player, he's a hard nosed defender. You know what I'm saying, for his size. So I really want to put the top 2. I want to put the Bulls above the Raptors in my mind, and then put the Wizards and the Pacers on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Now, real quick, let's give a spotlight to the Orlando Magic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Real quick.
right, but y'all are going a little different from where I'm going.
Where you going? You
Well, I said the top 2. My top 2 is the Wizards and the Pacers. I really think out of all of these teams, yes, the Raptors, I'll put them at number 3. Bulls last. Forget the Bulls. If it hasn't worked by now,
It ain't
it's
working?
not going to work. This is year 2. We still talking like they just got together. No.
And they was possibly getting ready to move him again.
And
You might be right.
right, and they was trying to get Levine out. So with the Raptors, dangerous team, but I really think, man, if the Wizards get in healthy, and that's if they get in the playoffs. So that's what we're talking about, the uphill battle towards the playoffs.
Right.
But man, if they can get healthy, I think they can make some noise, man. With Kuzma, Porzingis, and Beal healthy, I really think we have not seen what the Wizards can offer. Will have to offer. I really think so.
Definitely for you on that one because it's very hard to catch a unicorn, but it's harder to catch a unicorn healthy, for sure. That's what my opinion is.
Hold on, wait, what?
Yeah, the unicorn.
When have you seen a unicorn?
Injured.
That's the point. It's hard to see a unicorn. Period. So you want to see a healthy unicorn? I don't know, man. It's tough, man. I'm not disagreeing with you because I honestly like. I like that Kuzma, Beal, because that once again, you know, the NBA game has moved to a perimeter oriented game. That top of the key before you come down to the key pick and roll, they call it a Spanish isolation where they rotate between the two forwards or the center. That is huge. So if you got Porzingis or Kuzma screening for Bradley Beal, when those, there you go, thank you. We want to know why? Because it's, you know, it was made famous by the Spanish team or the Spain teams, which featured both Gasol brothers in both FIBA America basketball and the Olympics. They was killing everybody. Those Spain teams was killing everybody with two Gasol brothers switching out. You know what I'm saying? And now it's really crazy watching it on American basketball every night. But so that's what I'm saying. If Jay has a great point, if Kuzma and Porzingis are healthy with Beal, I don't know, man. I might have to switch it up a little bit and move my Raptors up out of there.
What about the Magic?
The Magic is yeah, right. What about them? But the Magic is an upstart team, man. And I don't want to disrespect nobody who like Orlando, but it seems like they got They got like 7-8 of the same players, right? Don't they?
A lot of power forwards.
They got rid of one. Shout out to Mo.
Welcome.
I got Colin. Yeah, they moved him to LA, you know, and the thing I mentioned it I think off camera. All the centers. You don't like that song? Nah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Like if y'all realize it, all of the centers, yeah, where's Shaq was that? All of the centers that move from Orlando that go to LA somehow, some way become potential stars. All of them. And it's only happened 3 times, but you know, could he be next?
Who are the players?
We talking about Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal went from
Dwight
Orlando. Dwight Howard went from Orlando. Now Mo Bamba. You know what I'm saying? And
He's not in that class.
And they let he not. But they let Mo play about 15 minutes when he first got there.
Give me a good.
He hit some threes. Mo Bamba hit like some threes the first couple games. LeBron James hit him with the pass. You know what I'm saying? So it's a possibility that he could grow into a.
If AD get hurt, he gets a big minutes. But besides that, he just gonna come in with AD tired.
Right. I mean, but AD needs. They always say he needs somebody to play.
Yeah.
You know, to play center so AD can pay the 4. Anyway, let's go back to Orlando, man.
Bo balling for Orlando.
Let's talk about that real quick. All right.
They let him do a lot of stuff.
Right.
You only see a 7-footer be doing.
Everybody be talking about Victor Wembanyama because Victor Wembanyama is now 7'5" in sneakers.
I can't wait. Who gonna get?
Okay, but Bo is 7'4"
straight. Going into the other day.
Yeah, but
see, the NBA changed up the thing. Though.
Yeah, they changed up
They
their
lost
draft.
15 straight going.
They traded
I
up their
think Utah
draft.
might get that.
Yeah.
Utah got on the pick. Utah might be like, look, I give y'all all the picks for him. Whoever got number 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How
Listen,
many picks y'all want for him?
between
I'm gonna give y'all 10 for him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
between
man lost 15
Orlando.
straight, boy.
Listen, between
They on
Orlando,
a mission.
between
I don't want that man to go to the Spurs, man. They going
the Spurs, between the Rockets.
somebody's gonna land Wembanyama, and the team is already gonna be decent. That's the point. The team gonna be okay.
Houston. I hope it be Houston.
Yeah, the team gonna be okay.
Houston
Then
be
they're gonna
dope.
Wembanyama.
I want them to go
Houston
to a
be
lit city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be real. And Harden will come back for real then.
Wow.
Yeah, it's whispers that he want to come back.
Come on, guys. The Rockets are actually worse. So I'm saying, I'm telling you, man. It's Popovich. When he wants that first pick, he gets it. He getting that. And I've been seeing that for the last 2.5 years, that his people want him to play because Popovich has a acumen for doing well with foreign players. Popovich.
I hope Charlotte get it. To be real with you, I hope him. That's who I really want to get it. Now that I think of it, because Charlotte gonna be bad, especially now that they already was bad. But LaMelo hurt now; he done for the season. They're gonna be real bad. You know what I'm saying? So him and LaMelo together, a healthy LaMelo with him, that'll be nice. Yeah. And Charlotte will finally get a 1-2 punch.
Look how bad look how bad the Orlando Magic are. We talking about everybody else but them, and they got their logo on the screen.
They won 26 games though. They were like 20. Orlando decent record-wise.
I am one of those. I'm one of the people that was like, okay, it's kind of like the land of misfit toys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Markelle Fultz, who went down there and regained some kind of confidence in his jump shot. You know what I'm saying? Man. Shout out to my what's my man? What's my man name? Won a dunk in the dunk contest with Timberlands on.
Bruh.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
You talking about that Tar Heel?
Talking about Cole Anthony. Okay.
Shout out to Cole Anthony.
I forgot he did that.
Cole Anthony. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot a lot of stuff about Tar Heels.
Oh my God! Here we go.
You forgot we beat Coach K in the Final Four.
Yeah, we about to beat y'all. Y'all ain't gonna make that.
I know you forgot that.
Wait till next week so we can talk about college basketball, guys.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry, but Duke about to beat UNC.
Oh Lord,
to make them not go to the.
So once again, they do have a team in there, and the possible.
But stop. I'm sorry. I want to cut y'all. I want to cut y'all off, but hey man,
that win over Virginia.
You ain't mentioned the main player yet, man. Why? Because he don't Duke.
I was just about to say the possible Rookie of the Year candidate.
Okay,
Pablo Planchero. Straight out of Duke, you know what I'm saying, and to be honest with you, I didn't anticipate him being that good or this good. He didn't show half of what he's showing right now. Shout out to the claps. He didn't show half of what he showed in Duke that he's showing right now, currently in the NBA, because the NBA is playing a space and pace type of basketball.
It's
a lot more
Duke
room
type basketball, not UNC.
It's the basketball that you
see how incoming class.
I thought it was like that this year.
Did
they come yet?
The seniors coming back.
Did y'all class come?
That's how championship team just came back.
Skipping class right now.
Wow, y'all boys.
Why you acting like we?
You guys, we're going to talk about college basketball next week.
Y'all got
to be March.
You talking about this right now?
March.
I'm sorry.
My
bad.
All right, yo, man. Hey. Let's go ahead.
Hey, what's y'all coach name? I don't even know who that is.
I know.
Wow.
Hey, Duke
I just know we got more dubs.
Wow.
We got more dubs than y'all. That's all.
Who's going up the hill with me this second round? Okay. Once again, second round of the uphill battle, round 2. I like this one now.
Battle.
Right. We got the West Coast teams. Okay.
I thought he was about to do the West Coast.
throwing up the W. We got the West Coast teams, and the thing is, the West Coast teams.
You want to do it just
I was too. The West Coast teams are full of teams that we all know for making the playoffs, winning championships, being perennial. You know what I'm saying? Top 5, 6. Seeds in the playoffs. But this year, there's a little bit of parity on the West Coast because some of the teams that were in the bottom of the trenches are coming up, like Sacramento Kings, like the Denver Nuggets, and so now we got to talk about these 4 teams first. We got to talk about the Golden State Warriors. Who would have knew?
Oh no, we got to update. We got to update. Now it's the T-Wolves, the Pelicans,
the
Blazers,
T-Wolves
and Lakers.
There we go. With the T-Wolves, the Pelicans, the Blazers, and the Lakers. Now, this is the one where I was in question for because, of course, in my opinion, nobody ever questions what's going to happen with the Lakers.
Everybody questions.
every show.
Every show? Okay. Then, of course, you know what I'm saying? We got to give a big shout out to the Portland Trail Blazers, man. Dame Lillard just dropped 71. Oh man. And you know, and I saw the tweet. I saw the tweet from
Took him to
Spider.
school.
I saw the tweet from Spider. Spider's mama let him know, hey man, Dame got 71, so now you gotta go get 72.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
All
Dope interaction.
Then we got the Pelicans. Fly, Pelican, fly. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Pelican.
No, come on, Zion, play, bro.
Jeez.
Zion come back. They gonna
we gonna talk about basketball, but I want to know who Zion's stylist is, because Zion be looking like a paid country bumpkin on the sidelines. I don't know why, bro, but that's just me. And then on the same tip, the T-Wolves, man, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now Minnesota just got kind of resettled after a couple of trades. You know what I'm saying? They got Carl Anthony Towns. They got the Rudy Gobert experiment going on. They got a lot of issues, man. So
that's weird to have them too.
So we might as well go ahead. We might as well go ahead to Coach Joey first. Coach Joey, out of these 4 teams, what makes you where you get your head scratched at?
It's real hard right here, bro. Because I mean, it's a lot of talent on all 4 teams. You talking about most likely to make the play-in, right?
Mm-hmm. This is a tough one. And
it's a lot of injuries going on, which makes it more tougher, man. Carl Anthony Towns hurt
4
right
teams.
Go in and out of the lineup. Anthony Edwards kind of playing by himself now that D'Angelo Russell got traded until those guys come back and give him some help, like star power wise. But they still winning consistently, and you know what I'm saying right now they're number 8. But you know what's gonna happen with those injuries? LeBron foot injury just got happened,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like really looking bad for the Lakers in my opinion. We trended down right now. The fan in me saying we're gonna make the play-in, but it's not looking good right now. Anthony Simons, he hurt for Portland right now. Zion's hurt for New Orleans, so it's like a lot of X factors with injuries and who's just gonna get healthier.
Shout out to New Orleans.
Who has the best chance to get the last 2 playing spots?
New Orleans just now got finished with Mardi Gras, I believe. It
just happened.
This happened?
February. Yeah. They down there.
I was going outside for the Mardi Gras.
But I think most healthy, if everybody was healthy, I think New Orleans has the most talent from top to bottom, roster wise. I still think they're gonna get it done. You got CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram coming back off injury, looking real good. You know what I'm saying? If Zion comes back and can give him some help, still got other guys to get it done down low. Boy,
it's a tough one. It's a tough one, man. It's on the West Coast.
I go New Orleans. As far as making a play in, New Orleans won to me.
Le Bon Temps Roulette.
Minnesota 2.
Minnesota.
Portland 3 and Lakers 4. Unfortunately, man, I want to be wrong. I hope the Lakers can get it done, but right now that's how it's looking.
It's looking kind of scary. It's looking kind of scary.
Chair.
What you got to say about this, T-Sweat?
I
know where your heart is. I know where your heart is at.
I'm gonna go with the heart all the time, man. You know me.
Mm-hmm. Tell them what you
I mean, even though we lost today, but I like the boys that play hard. You know what I'm saying?
They did play straight for like.
And it was a away game. You know what I'm saying? We get a couple home games, get the juice.
Except for you, Schroeder, bro. Don't stand still no more.
Yeah. We need to do it all.
It was your fault. It was a turnover, bro. You get back and you be the first one hustling, bro.
We need to do it all.
Fault. They running
for sure. All right,
get at them, Darvin.
Let me see. So I'm gonna do Blazers, Lakers, T-Wolves, Pelicans.
Okay.
Because I don't think Zion I think he got a real injury that's gonna keep nagging, and it's gonna mess up the Pelicans. Trying to, bring their wins up and stuff. I think somehow the Lakers gonna hold it down until LeBron come back. To stay like within
AD, we need.
If we stay within 9 and 11 when LeBron come back, I think we at least get that 10th.
It's gonna be hard.
So I say Blazers, Lakers, T-Wolves, Pelicans.
It's gonna be hard without Bron. I ain't gonna.
And Jay, our resident Portland Trail Blazer fan, first keep it real with us, man.
Anybody see that dunk? AD got dunked on. He got dunked on.
Right.
All right. So yeah. But hey, I'm going with the Blazers, T-Wolves, Pelicans, then Lakers.
Being that you're our resident Portland Trailblazer fan, man, Jay, how you feel about that 71 though?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful, man. Now, the thing about, I love to see. I mean, anytime Dame is on, he's on fire. It's great to watch. Love to watch the 2-step, the Euro step.
Love to watch the random three, of course, man, on from 30,
Right.
30 plus.
30 plus.
But to see your star have to will his way or will his team to victory like that, against the sorriest team in the league. It sort of, it's just, man, the Rockets, man, they're pretty much, you didn't. It's done. They're done for.
I feel bad for for Coach Silas though, man, because I feel like he's a good coach. I just feel like as a young team, the Houston Rockets are disjointed. They play like 5, young guys. They're not together. But we ain't gonna talk about them right now. We're gonna talk about Portland and the Lakers and the Pelicans and the T-Wolves. That's what we're gonna keep it real with.
Yeah, but the 71 was, just to watch him out there, just it was so efficient. He only had like 14 free throws.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, it was like one of the most efficient, if not the most efficient, like 70, 60, above 60-point game in the NBA.
Crazy.
But just watching him have to, we do have a lot of people that's injured. We got Simons out. We have we got Justice Winslow out. We got some people from off the bench as well as Nurk, and these guys can actually play. But being the fact that we were talking about the last 20-something games, I think they've been doing the smart thing with resting them up on the front end. Mm-hmm. And I think, we was comparing schedules like the Lakers and the Blazers. The Lakers have just about like everybody on their team is in playoff contention. We got the Pistons. We got the Magic like twice. I think we got the Pelicans tomorrow night.
Talking about the schedule that's left.
Yeah, so we have a lot of teams that's below 500. I like our odds, as long as we can get healthy and then stay that way. Mm-hmm. T-Wolves, I don't know, they're missing something.
It's something missing from there, man.
They're missing something because you would think they would be a little further along.
I had such high hopes for them prior to the season, man.
Cat ain't playing and Gobert hurt.
But I understand, but
and they just traded their point guard. So.
Yeah, they
definitely going good.
They got Conley in the trade, right?
Yeah, Conley been playing good for them boys.
Yeah,
they 31 and 32 right now.
Conley, one of them old cats you got to see. He is a consummate professional. Okay, Conley is a consummate professional. He gets out there, he smiles at everybody, he passes the ball, he shoots threes. I like Conley.
It was one of his last years in the league.
Yeah.
I love Conley too.
Yeah, Conley, for our generation, if you want to talk about like the best point guards ever, you got to say Chris Paul. I don't know who you're gonna be.
More time.
Yeah, exactly. I know you got to put Chris Paul number 1. Somebody's got to be number 2. But if 2 or 3 ain't Mike Conley for our generation, I don't know who else.
What you talking about? Point guard?
I'm talking about for our generation point guard. This long? I'm saying that last Derrick Rose is no longer like top.
I know. I'm
point
saying,
guard.
but Mike Conley ain't either.
I'm talking about.
But Mike Conley is a good point guard though.
I'm talking about like so if you say Chris Paul, Derrick Rose, where's Mike Conley? Somewhere.
You ain't talking about like the top point guard.
Longevity.
Russell Westbrook. To me, like just keep
longevity.
Russell Westbrook been doing this for like
5 years. You gonna not 5 years. I'm talking about like top 5. Michael Conley.
From what time frame? Give me 2000. The last 10 years.
Yes, the last 10.
Yeah, Conley might be in the top 7.
God dog, just kill Mike 7. You know he a good man.
That's good in the league. It's 30. It's 30.
I'll take that. It's 30 something teams. He in the top 1/3 of point guards. Michael Conley.
He messed up last year in the playoffs, man. I ain't forgot about that.
Yeah,
to be a vet, that was some bad.
And then for me, man, I'm gonna be real. I like the Blazers. I like the Blazers' chances. I'm looking at it more so like, these are ifs. If LeBron James comes back and he can play, and because the team made some big changes with these trades, I really like them. You know,
the team looking decent right now with them trades. If LeBron was playing, it would be.
This just in.
Yeah.
The Blazers are losing.
Yeah, them boys let them boys come back down 20. I had one to break it too, but I was like, hey, they let them boys.
Hey, we need that though.
15. We need that bad. We need that bad.
Oh God.
Boys is up by like 25.
You know, and so I'm gonna go ahead.
My bad, man.
I'm gonna say Blazers, Pelicans.
We need that though.
We do need
Blazers, Pelicans, Lakers, T-Wolves.
I'm looking at them records looking real close.
They extra close. Now that Portland lost, they're gonna be 29-32. We 29-33.
Oh,
Bruh.
Oh man, this is close.
and we might. I don't
Every
know.
game matter, bro.
Every
Portland got a
game.
tiebreaker on us.
Damn, we really did need that loss though.
I mean, but you know, in terms of the standings, there's still a possibility.
Yeah,
You know,
Celtic, yeah, whatever.
You know, yeah, you know, we good.
Boston fans.
Yeah, you know, we all right. We gonna be there.
You don't have to worry about this.
Not right now. No, we good. We good. You know what I'm saying? We got a possible MVP candidate on the team. Hey, shout out
He balling.
to my dog.
For sure.
Anyway, so
It's gonna be out of Joker and Embiid though.
let's go ahead and keep on going with the with what we got as far as, you know, the West Coast uphill battle. You know what I mean? The bubble team. What you think?
They gotta. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
that being a Thunder. Thunder. Bit of
I don't
thunder.
know.
Lightning and the thunder.
And it's similar to Portland situation, but in with the Thunder, I mean they don't have.
Their whole team yet.
Yeah, they don't have. I mean, they don't have. I think the personnel to go into like a playoff run or even a series. You know, I don't like their odds.
Yeah.
I don't like the odds at all. I don't like. I want to say. I don't know why I want to say. But Gilgeous Alexander.
Raw.
He dope.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he can't.
It depends
can't
on
do
who.
it
It
all
depends
by
on who they.
himself.
No, it depends on who they match up with. They can give a couple teams some problems.
He can.
Certain teams will be too much for him.
I'm one of them cats. Like now, next year, yeah, I'm worried about the Pelicans.
Rashad,
I'm worried
yeah.
about I'm worried about them.
When they get their pick back, they got hurt for the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm worried about them. I'm worried about them
They
in the
get
West,
him in
boy.
there.
They gonna shake the West up next year, in my opinion. But this year, man, yeah, shake Gilgeous Alexander can't do it by itself. I love the way they play
Very
when they got them
impressive,
on
though.
TV. Yeah, I love the way they play when they're on TV. They
help
they
though.
move
Giddy,
like a
Giddy playing
Yeah,
good.
and
Yeah.
Jordan,
They got some good pieces.
Lou Dort, Josh
They
Giddey.
got some good pieces.
You know, the thing is that young nucleus that you want to have a team be focused around, they got that. You know what I'm saying? All of
And
boys,
ain't no egos. Like
yeah,
that,
ain't no
you know what I'm
egos. All them boys play Madden together and Call of Duty and watch anime and stuff like that when they home together. You know what I'm saying? Like that, but that type of thing is what builds a championship nucleus. And they have it, you know. Yeah, that's Zen because they literally get along. It's not like having, you know, a couple of veterans on the team and a couple of young guys, and then they don't match up on the same thing. They don't listen to the same music.
Facts.
They don't really hang out. Nah, that team is built from the ground up so that everybody is in the same space mentally, and I see it playing out very well for them. So big shouts out to the OKC Thunder, who got like 17 first round picks in the next 4 years. It's an outrageous
crazy.
number. But you know what I'm saying, some of those
It
are
ain't
gonna be
safe for
trade
Wemby,
big.
man.
Some of those are
Wemby.
gonna be
Yeah.
Somebody
Somebody about to get the royal, at least offer it to him. Whoever got that
yeah,
number
they
one
might be
pick.
like, look, I give you 40s plus these two for that young man right
That'd
there.
be, that's another team that'd be dope if they get him. Ooh,
Him with the other first round pick, because you can't. If you got the number one pick, you got to take him. Like,
'Cause he's
Wemby.
center, right?
You can't get nobody else. There's nobody else.
what's his
Even
name?
if you
Shet.
don't- Even if you don't need him.
Chet Holmgren?
Yeah,
Yeah, Chet Holmgren.
He's
Chet
center, right?
Yeah, Chet Holmgren's the center.
He's kinda like a
We're gonna have to
4-5.
figure something out. He gets traded. If like he
listen,
might not even get traded. I just play both of them
Chet
somehow.
Holmgren-
Oh
Chet
yeah, they
Holmgren-
can add that to the trade.
Chet Holmgren is about to be like the white Joel Embiid as far as
Right.
like we don't know what he
Exactly.
looks like and what he
Exactly.
plays like, but they are feeding him
gonna
for
be like
one
that.
because you know Joel Embiid came in thin like Chet Holmgren.
He a scorer.
Chet
He a
Holmgren can
scorer.
score. They're gonna beef him up and get his body used to playing in the NBA. Then when he actually comes back, because like and of course, you know, summer league and the preseason games, you can't really and all of those, you know, non-professional games leagues that they're in, you can't really compare that to the NBA. But he was showing out all summer until he hurt his foot,
Yeah.
straight up. So big shouts out to the Thunder, man. The Thunder.
Shout out to all these teams, man. Just push to the end. That's all I can say.
Right. Hey, I got a quick joke. Y'all want to hear it?
No.
Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and kick it up. Hey, so y'all know the group that sings that song?
Bruh.
Lightning and the Thunder?
Oh, whoa.
Lightning
Oh.
and the Thunder.
Yeah.
Y'all know the name of the group?
I don't know.
Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
Oh, that's who did it?
Yeah. And
Yeah, that's
They got
how
a couple of
the,
those.
and then the end of the joke goes
Then the joke goes, well, imagine dragging D's across your face. Tell that to somebody. Okay. Yo, little kid told me that. I was like, yo, that you can't say that in school, bro. I was like, yo, you can't say that in school, dog, at all.
Yeah,
anyway,
he got you.
Yeah, I was like, bro, he did.
It.
He did. I was done. I was like, yo, you know what, little man? You got me. Okay. Moving on. Exciting. Brand new. Out of nowhere. A whole nother league arises from the ashes.
Is the X4 extreme?
Nah, I don't. I hope it's not, because it's
you
not.
Know what?
It's not even
I never,
like the
like
one.
thought about what the X was.
It is.
Extreme Football League.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
That's what I think.
It's extreme. Listen, Extreme Football League has returned, man.
Welcome back,
Welcome
XFL.
back to XFL. The Rock has changed it to a money making machine where not only players of old but players of new, second round, third round, pretty much, the practice squad, kingpins, man, they got something to do right now. And, the USFL has competition.
Yeah, I'm about to say they did good. Oh, so a lot of the players that they picked for the XFL,
Yeah,
it is competition for the USFL.
What we know for sure, and I've done my research. So The Rock has basically come into a small, slight partnership with the NFL's developmental leagues, whereas they can be a feeder program for the NFL, somewhat like, almost not necessarily like the G League, but in the same aspects where they're going to be having these players who were on the practice squads, stay in shape, keep getting money, and then when they get, most of them will get called up to the NFL to make, second, third attempts at having a career. Big shouts out to the first touchdown being scored by none other than ex problem child in the NFL, Josh Gordon. Okay,
You gonna ball out this year too?
and yeah, he's balling out right now in the XFL. And in real life, you know what I mean. We can't do anything but salute these guys. And it's a star-studded event. I mean, they got
Martavis
players.
Bryant.
They got Martavis Bryant out here. Coaches like.
Dang, I didn't know he was out.
Yeah, Martavis
NFL.
Bryant. Yeah, Martavis Bryant is not in the NFL. We got coaches
He was with y'all, right?
yeah, he was playing for the Steelers. We got the San Antonio Brahmas being coached by Hines Ward. Did y'all know that?
That's
Hines
crazy.
Ward, a coach. Okay,
Hines Ward. Yeah,
Dope,
is the coach.
Make a lot of sense.
Dope,
You know what I'm saying? We got the Arlington Renegades, the Houston Roughnecks. Okay. Who else we got? We got the
Showboats.
Orlando Guardians. No, the Showboats, that's the USFL.
Okay.
We got the Vipers, the Seattle Sea Dragons, the St. Louis Battlehawks,
Sea Dragons.
and the DC Defenders. Shout out to the DC Defenders.
Y'all so like militant.
Yeah, shout out to the DC
Washington so
Defenders.
militant.
Yeah, they is the Commanders, Defenders. That's what they do.
Back in the day, the Bullets.
Yeah, man. Right.
They ain't playing no games.
Everything instills fear in DC.
Nothing going through y'all.
And they say right now in the XFL that the DC Defenders have the wildest fans officially. I saw a post game that they were trying to break the record for the world's longest beer snake. All right. And the security guards came and, broke their beer snake up, took the cups, because, the beer snake is just all the cups, everybody drinking from around, and they tie them together, put them together so they can stack them up through the stadium.
For real?
Yeah, it's pretty dope. But, they messed it up. So what the Defenders fans did to protest peacefully, right, was they all ordered the margaritas that they serve at the DC Defender Stadium, and they threw all the lemons and limes on the field. Crazy.
Yo, that's some XFL stuff.
That's some XFL stuff right there. But in terms of like something that I know kind of stood out for me, I know that's the DC Defenders thing was a little bit joke. Josh Gordon's down there, Martavis Bryant's down there, but somebody who I think a lot of people forgot about was AJ McCarron. Of Alabama fame, one of the perennial Cincinnati backups. You know what I'm saying? Really, really good guy. And at one point in time, a Heisman candidate. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all remember that, but AJ McCarron was good. Okay. out here playing for the Defenders, right? He said he turned down millions of dollars in the NFL to show his children and make some memory, or to make some memories with his children, and to show them that their dad can still play. And I think that's one of those reasons why we need dichotomy in the sports world. You know, everybody can't make it to the NFL, but to have the USFL and the XFL be there for someone's children to show them, hey, you know, you can still make it, you can still be proud, you can still do what you want to do. I think that's pretty dope. So big shouts out to the XFL, man. You know what I'm saying? They got games. They normally got 2 games per week, per weekend day, Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you check that out. Right now, the DC Defenders, the Battlehawks are both at the top of the XFL North standards with 2-0, and the Houston Roughnecks in the South are 2-0. The Arlington Renegades are 1-1. San Antonio Brahmas are 1-1. The Orlando Guardians are 0-2, unfortunately, and the Vipers 0-2. And the Seattle Sea Dragons are 0-2. So it's a lot going on right now. So we're going to keep our
Shout out to The Rock, man.
Yeah, shout out to The Rock for putting this together so we can have something else to talk about.
Shout out to ESPN supporting it also.
Right, and don't forget the USFL is going to start in another 2 months, and then we're going to have 2 different football leagues at one time.
We go where they don't go.
All right, we go where they don't go. Now, let's get to the fun part of the offseason for the NFL. One of the things that I am excited about, I know you are too, Joe. The quarterback carousel.
It's gonna be real interesting.
Oh yes, it's a fun ride, ladies and gentlemen. So you might as well get on with us here at the Rec Room Sports. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. We're going to talk about where these free agent quarterbacks are going.
Prediction.
We're not even going to talk about the most boldest prediction ever. We're going to leave him out on the back end.
I got a bold prediction real quick. It's gonna be the most new quarterbacks starting in league history
ever.
It's gonna be like at least 18.
Okay, I'm gonna throw some names out there first, and then we're gonna go there. I know Jay's got a hot take on one of them, so we're gonna go around. Okay, so let's talk about it. We're gonna talk about Derek Carr, Carson Wentz. We're gonna X out Tom Brady for right now. Let's just say Tom Brady is not in the picture at all. Okay, Marcus Mariota.
Carson Wentz not in the
right,
picture.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Carson Wentz.
Get on the
bench. Marcus Mariota, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Jimmy Garoppolo, Teddy Two Glove, Teddy Bridgewater, Daniel Jones, Case Keenum, Mason Rudolph, Jacoby Brissett, Geno Smith, Joe Flacco. We might as well take Geno Smith out there too. He's pretty much probably gonna sign back.
It ain't a done deal with them yet.
Yeah,
they talking about looking at quarterback.
Yeah,
they got extra picks.
Joe Flacco, Andy Dalton, Mike White, Kyle. Boy, look at this. Look here. The quarterback room is gonna be wide open in the NFL.
It is
right now.
Most of those guys are bench guys, but it's like 4 or 5 of those guys.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are top tier quarterbacks, and the thing is, I'm just speculation. Gotta see what happens with Ryan Tannehill too.
Trash.
He might get moved.
He might get moved.
He really.
Ooh,
he gonna be on the bench soon too. But we gonna
let's get down to nitty gritty, man. Is the Ravens gonna keep him or not, man?
First of all,
they'll be foolish if they don't.
Let's talk about.
But I hope they don't.
Let's talk about the Ravens quarterback. We're gonna rate him 1 through 10.
Lamar Jackson.
He's
a 19. Rating 1 through 10, he's like a 19.
1 through 10, 19. Nah, I don't know about that.
As far as I'm an organization, I need a franchise quarterback.
Right.
You're not gonna find a better one than him. That's free that you can sign right now. He's the alpha in this. He's the best one.
Are you under the impression that they will slap the franchise tag?
Of course, they're gonna control his rights just to make sure that they either be able to trade him or either they be able to resign him. So yeah, he getting tagged. Unless the deal get done, unless he get traded. But
and they saying right now that okay, and I'm saying they because I watch a lot of different specials, and some of the very, very insider people that go on these other podcasts that saying the original thought was that Cleveland set up this whole thing with Deshaun Watson to control the narrative about the next 2 or 3 years.
That's evil genius right there.
Because you know why?
Both of the
everybody can't get that type of money.
But look at the quarterbacks in that division. You know, Burrow is.
Yeah,
he need a deal, and Lamar Jackson need a deal.
Burrow
so it's kind of like, you know what? I never thought about the angle,
Yeah,
but
that's dope.
We overpaid him. Right. Gave him a crazy contract because y'all gonna have to give y'all quarterbacks even crazier.
Listen, Joe Burrow, whatever Joe Burrow wants, Joe Burrow gets.
When it's Joe Burrow time, he gonna be the highest paid quarterback in the league.
Joe Burrow.
He gonna have a Mahomes type deal.
A stupid Mahomes deal. Whatever Joe Burrow wants, Joe Burrow gets. He's the Ohio King. Now what I'm saying, and with another this is more speculation. So Lamar, right, doesn't sign with the Baltimore Ravens, right? What if Lamar goes back to Florida and fills Tom Brady's shoes in Tampa Bay?
I forgot about Tampa Bay.
What they
the
gonna
quarterback.
trade for him though?
Everything, the bag.
To get Lamar, you're gonna have to trade
the bag.
I feel like you're gonna have to trade 4 number 1 picks at least.
They're going.
Or
Out.
3 number 1s and a really, really, really good player.
Out the door. They're gone.
And
That's
I don't
it.
know, like, what does Tampa Bay don't have
Tampa
enough?
Bay not Tampa
When I
Bay.
think of-
Tampa Bay is not going to be as in football. It's not as lockstep like in basketball. Where you say, all right, number one.
Yeah.
In football, you go, all right, I need 2 2s and a 1 for the next.
Not
3
for
years.
no Lamar. Lamar Jackson
He
is
gonna
going
get some ones.
He's going as far if they do trade him, it's going to be the biggest haul you ever seen.
Yeah,
It's going to be the biggest haul you ever seen because look what Russell Wilson went for. You know what I'm saying? When you look at and he's not nowhere near in his prime. Lamar, I can argue, has not hit his prime yet. You know what I'm saying? So
he hit his prime. He's been the MVP.
no. He's not. That's not his prime. No, he can win that. If he finally get offensive coordinator, we don't know what Lamar could be.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? He won MVP in a not so friendly offensive system. You know what I'm saying? A run first system. So we don't know what exactly he could be, untapped potential, because he hasn't really had too many weapons as well.
Have we ever heard of Cam Newton?
I think you close. If they do trade him, they definitely trade him to the NFC. He's not going to be in the AFC.
Yeah, no, he's
I
not.
think the Carolina Panthers, if they do trade him, Carolina Panthers will most likely acquire.
Carolina Panthers got enough pieces
They
and
got all of those
picks
picks from San Francisco
49ers,
49ers, bro.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? You got a 2, you got a 3, you got a 4, you got a 5 from San Francisco.
You got
Top
two
the pun.
twos, 2 2s and 2 1s for the next 2 years.
Top
3
the
years.
pun. You know what I'm saying? Throwing some first round picks at them.
Right.
That can maybe tantalize them. You got a player too. You might you want a corner. We got Horn. You got Brian Burns. We got a Shaq. You know what I'm saying? They might be able to throw a player in there.
Might throw the coach at him or something crazy. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You might want to throw something in there. A running back, because we got a lot of them, and y'all
Sure,
running
got a lot
backs
of
be
them.
hurt.
Right.
So you never know. I think Carolina can get a deal done.
Now, okay, so we're gonna gloss over Lamar because we're gonna end up talking about Lamar for a long time. One of the big names out there right now, and has been out there for a long time because of circumstances being what they are, is Derek Carr. And, of course, he got released by the Las Vegas Raiders about maybe 2-3 weeks ago, but we saw that coming. We knew that was going to happen. Derek Carr's just like a car, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's shiny. It's nice. We know it
Just
goes
like a car.
We know it go fast, right? But it's a classic model right now. It's a 2015. You know what I'm saying? It's a 2015, 2016, 2014. And you know what I'm saying? Now you don't know, since it's got 2,000 miles on it. Well, how long I got to worry about until the transmission goes? How long until I got a an oil leak that just won't stop? I got to replace the paint. Like, it's something that we're worried about with Derek Carr, which did not work in Las Vegas. Although it looks good every year.
We gotta remember, like
every year.
they had one of the lowest defenses the whole time he's been there.
Who, Vegas?
Yeah.
That's why they started getting draft picks for Vegas. That's why they started
lower,
drafting defense.
Their defense been lower, and they just talked about it. Like, they really had one of the lowest defense. Like,
yes,
through his whole duration.
Collectively, they have had really horrible defenses in Vegas. But as far as putting the quarterback on the field and saying, "Hey, win us a game," Derek Carr does that.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it last season.
They lost a lot of games last season.
But what was it the defense's fault, or was because the points was on the board? Was the
They
point?
scored a lot of points. The defense did let them
The
down.
points
for
was
most
on the
part.
board the majority of the time when it came to Vegas. The
Carr
defense let them
Carr
down.
always have some bad turnover in there too now.
Mhm.
So my question is, just like a car, where would we like to see Derek Carr go? Now, I'm one of them folks. I want to see Derek Carr, and once again, pure speculation. Derek Carr goes home. Home where? To the New York Jets, and plays in East Rutherford, New Jersey, right about an hour and a half from his old stomping grounds with him and his brother. With him and his brother, you know what I'm saying, used to go to training camp on their own and
Jets would be real dumb.
The Jets be real. What?
Yeah, Derek Carr.
Yeah, because the Jets in a position right now with the defensive rookie of the year and offensive rookie of the year. You in the position right now. If you get this quarterback spot right, you are forced to be reckoned with because the coach gonna get that defense crazy eventually. So Derek Carr, as far as a long term answer, no. If I'm the Jets, I look away. I don't want him as my quarterback. Not saying Derek Carr's not a starter in the NFL. He is.
Right.
If I'm the Jets, I feel like I can do way much better. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go all in on Lamar. Maybe if I can grab him. You know what I'm saying? You want to make that. If you're the Jets, you're the team. You can make a splash move right here and and solidify that quarterback position and really, really compete in probably the toughest division in the AFC.
Well, one of them, yeah, for sure.
And you need that quarterback play to compete in that division. You know what I'm saying? You got Josh Allen, who's gonna be around for a long time. If Tua can stay healthy, that offense looks crazy. You know, so
I feel you on that, Joe.
Playing against the Patriots twice a year.
This is one of my things. That
Jets got to get this right. Like, and I don't think Derek Carr is the
Jets got to get it right. But I see you when you saying the Lamar thing, but I don't think Lamar is made for the Jets type of football. I think Derek Carr works really well in there where you don't have to depend on him very much because just like you said, they got the running game. But at the same time, watching third, fourth round wide receivers come up and play for the Jets is what they're going to go for because they're building that defense.
They got Garrett Wilson, though.
But Garrett Wilson. Yeah, I'm saying no. I'm talking about later on. I'm talking about not the draft later on, not right now. Yeah, Garrett Wilson right now. Yes. Oh yeah, off the chain. He doing that.
I say he should play for the New Orleans Saints.
Wow, that's a good one.
That's a good one too.
That's a good one too. And I don't even like. I'm not even gonna get into it, man. But man, I feel bad for my man, famous Jameis, man, because you know I really had high hopes for him to kind of fill the shoes of Drew Brees.
Injury guy.
Sign him, Rams, please sign him.
I don't know what you're going to get. Yeah, he's a great team player. He's a great team player, though. Great team player. So big shouts out to Jameis Winston, man.
You know what I think gonna happen with the Jets, though? I think they're gonna
make a splash trade. They're gonna probably draft.
Yeah, either the splash trade
and draft one of them guys.
Splash trade, Zach Wilson, get him out of there, and another speculation was somebody might want to trade in their green for another green.
Now Garoppolo might go to the Jets. With a history with Salah, you know what I'm saying, playing with the 49ers.
Right.
He might go grab him and be a bridge quarterback until they can find what they really want.
Yeah,
and he'll be more affordable than Derek Carr. Derek Carr going to try to get a big deal. I don't know if he is.
Jimmy G's in a rock and a hard place, in my opinion, because everybody in the quarterback room is hurt. He gets another opportunity to play for them again. But he's like, they throw him under the bus to me so fast, man, in my opinion.
Look at his win-loss record. You're like, dang.
I mean, but like
he winning games.
He
managing them, he winning them. He ain't no gunslinger, you know what I'm saying? But he wins some games.
Yeah, he's winning games, but somehow, some way, he gets killed for everything, all of it bad. But this year, last year, the proof is in the pudding. Christian McCaffrey makes me think, hey man, look, if y'all want me to stay until Trey knee is straight and till Brock elbow is good, because Brock right now is still having inflammation, so that they can't operate on his elbow. And Trey Lance is slated to be ready for the first week of training camp, but for minimal quarterback work, it sounds like they need a quarterback right now, and Jimmy Garoppolo could just stay where he at.
Nah, Jimmy out of there.
Yeah, they're trying.
He can start.
They don't want him no more.
They can't.
They'd be smart, but they don't want him.
Yeah, it's like, why invest at all now that we know what Purdy is? You know what I'm saying? If Lance come back and get hurt again, we know we got Purdy after he get healthy and he can do it. He can lead us. You know what I'm saying? So Garoppolo just a casualty of we don't have enough money. It's no need to sign you. Plus, he is a starter in the league to me. Quality. He gonna be starting for somebody's team. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It'll be Jets will be a good fit. Like the Jets have everything you need. If Breece Hall can come back healthy, they run the ball incredibly. Like the quarterback's not going to have a lot of pressure on him unless he's just a top tier elite quarterback.
Just think about it.
Lamar.
They could have potentially had two offensive rookie of the year candidates at the same time.
It was going to be like that if he would have stayed healthy. If Breece would stay healthy. Jets going to be good, bro.
Yeah, Jets going to be good.
Jets going to be good.
One more thing, one more name I'm gonna throw out there, and this is just me. We ain't gonna talk about it too long. Joe Flacco, man, retire, man. You got like you got an MVP of a Super Bowl,
Bro, you went from
You an
I think he
OG.
out of there. Yeah, I think he out.
You an OG.
you went from Derek Carr to
But look,
Joe Flacco, bro.
look at Joe. But hey, listen, Joe Flacco went in there and won. I think 3 out of 4 of them games for.
He started
The
off the
Jets?
season pretty good. Then they
Don't look
put
at
away
me
from
because
him.
I have no
I
idea.
know. No, the point
But
was he was winning. He was
won
balling.
I'm
like
messing with you, man.
one or two.
I really don't.
He was
though.
balling. He was
But yeah, Joe
balling.
Flacco need to go, man. But talk about guys that's gonna be on another team.
Let's talk
There's
about
some other guys. out there, too.
AR-12, man.
Aaron Rodgers, what decision he gonna make?
Yes.
See, this is
He
what
coming
I'm-
back.
This is what I'm saying.
I think he gonna
With
come back.
let's get deep into
Green
it.
Bay,
Let's get deep into it. Now, this is where now Joe mentioned it. Okay,
Joe Flacco.
no, Coach Joey, he mentioned it already. But I think the scenario would be for them, the team, to trade for Aaron Rodgers with all these picks.
What you think he worth right now at his age?
Bruh, he's
if I
still
got pick, if
coming-
they
coming
want
off
picks,
the
like what
MVP.
you think?
I'm talking some twos.
What you would give up?
I'm talking like 1-1 and some twos for the rest of his life. Period. Like you get 1-1.
Packers gonna want a lot.
Nice- a
for
nice
Aaron Rodgers,
one.
though.
You
They're
get-
gonna
you
try
get
to market him like
You get a
this
nice
Aaron Rodgers.
one right now. Yeah, because you're gonna say he's coming off. He's coming off of an MVP season, which is true. He wasn't the MVP this year, but he was the MVP last year. That's coming off of it. You know, this year's MVP.
That's one
Next
thing.
year, we gonna
honestly,
talk about he coming off
honestly,
MVP
when we
season.
talk about quarterbacks, like right now, I don't care if he had MVP. If it wasn't the year that we talking about, like it do that a lot with Lamar. Like he's the MVP quarterback.
Yeah, he was perennial.
But that was like
MVP.
what 4 years ago or something like that. You
So
know what I'm saying? That don't really matter to me.
Definitely.
I mean, when for his deal, it mattered just because you can say, look,
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
money wise, yeah, money
I
wise.
feel so. What have you done
2
for me
years
lately,
removed
Lee?
for the MVP.
It's kind of like having a PhD or something.
So what have you done for me lately?
2 years removed for the MVP, in my opinion, still says at least one first round pick this season, several 2s and 3s throughout the next at least 2-3 years.
They gonna win at least 2 ones, man.
Straight up.
If they part ways with him,
Straight up. Nah,
That's what they gonna- they gonna try to ask for
I
at
think
least
it's time
2
for the Love era to start, man. I don't even know. The young man looked pretty.
Love
decent.
not no starter. Nah, it don't.
He looked pretty. He looked pretty decent.
If they
but-
trade Aaron, they put
yeah, it's time for a new era, man. It's time for a new era in Green Bay.
They
And
just
I think
lost
that's
one.
what
They
goes
just
on.
didn't make the playoffs one year. They just was.
It's time, man.
They was scared of the Packers. You know what I'm
Listen here,
saying?
man.
With him and Devontae, you trade Devontae, but
Buddy goes and sits in a dark room for a month and thinks about his life. It's time to get rid of him. You gotta go somewhere, man. You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like I think
I think he going to the. I think he going to the Jets, but I think that it's gonna be a mistake.
You
I
think
think-
he going? You know,
Yeah,
I-
it's
if he go
not-
to the
it's not
Jets, it's
gonna
gonna
go-
go. If he go to the Jets, it's crazy.
No,
It's scary if he go there.
if he goes to the Jets, it's gonna be just like how the Broncos was. Well, I was trying to tell you.
Oh, you
no,
think?
no,
You think it's gonna be
Nah,
not working?
Not as bad, but they not gonna be as good as
Gary
everybody
Wilson
think
will
they
get
gonna be.
unlocked. It'll be crazy.
Why?
It'll be spooky over there. Gary Wilson.
Yeah,
That's
Gary
it.
Wilson and
All he had was
Breece Hall.
Devontae. That's it. What happened?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
You do
saying?
have a point. You do have a point.
yeah.
If he got that elite guy, number one, true number one guy, ain't he young?
Oh,
It
but
might be
y'all
scary.
forgetting. I'm strategically saying just like the Broncos last year. Y'all know why I'm saying that?
Why?
Wow.
Who is their offensive coordinator? Nathaniel Hackett, bro.
Oh.
I know they got some.
Oh, the Jets had got him. Yeah, the Jets did pick him.
Yeah,
up.
the Jets
Oh.
bring him
Yeah,
in.
they lost the flood. They fired.
That's what made me think he going
He
there
signed.
for real though. But I
It's
think
a
that
possibility.
Might be setting it up.
It's a
man. That's
possibility.
Nice little play.
It's a nice little play, just like you said.
we shall see though.
And
We
you
shall
know,
see.
and at the same time, like we keep on discussing, you know, the idea is who has the draft capital and or players to support a trade for a 2-year removed MVP.
Yeah, I feel like pretty much all of them because we talking about them. They're being talked about, so obviously they got a way to get them.
There's a way.
Y'all
yeah.
think Seattle signs Geno back?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm
think
pretty
they
sure.
move him?
I'm pretty sure.
He won their heart for
I'm
sure.
pretty sure, man. I'm pretty sure.
I
Geno
mean, they better.
Smith. Geno Smith, like that dog you see on all the commercials, like.
Because they got a lot of picks too.
Oh.
Now if I'm Seattle, I'm trading for Lamar because I got what
I'm
it
about to
takes.
say
I give y'all two. I
that might
give y'all
shake
the
the
Broncos
You cold
ones
hearted, Joe.
and Geno and give me Lamar.
You cold hearted, Joe.
That's
The
not
Lamar-
cold-hearted.
Geno
That's
Smith
not
been looking
cold-hearted.
for a home for 9 years.
and he'll still be a starter and
the
have a
more
home.
you talk about it, I think that's what's
I'm
gonna
just
happen.
talking about teams
That's
that's in
gonna shake
position
it up.
to
That's
get
gonna shake
Lamar.
it up.
Really, Seattle and Carolina the top two. That's like
So if they
really,
can
really in position.
If they can get Lamar, then they can get Aaron. In my
and
opinion,
Detroit too.
if they can get Lamar, then they can get
I
Aaron.
would like Lamar and with the Jets more than Aaron Rodgers though, for real though,
Okay.
or Derek Carr.
Well, hey man, let's check this out. to keep our eyes on this developing story as the season gets closer, because we're getting closer to the draft. And you know, soon as that draft talk starts going, because we can't forget some of these teams that we're mentioning also have high picks in the draft, and there are several quarterbacks coming out in the draft that are possibly good enough to be starters in the NFL. So I can't wait for that to happen. You know, in the next coming up year. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, man, you know, hey, quarterback carousel, we gonna keep on getting on that ride, baby, until
we finally got on the ride.
You know what I'm saying?
You've been thinking about this ride for a minute.
For a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real talk. So yeah. Oh man. So there goes the buzzer. And I think we gotta move on to some really, really interesting.
Well,
Jay on the MIC, what you got going?
That buzzer was actually for what we're going into next.
Will the real number one please stand up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
NCAA, man.
oh my God! It's who knows? If you look at your calendars, folks, March is right around the corner.
Breaking news. We are undefeated home, baby.
Wow,
We just
he been holding on that button for
we
the
just
whole
win when we
time.
go home, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Duke. And you see the button is blue, right?
Wow, he's been holding on
undefeated
that button.
Yeah.
He's been holding on that button for a
That
long
coach
time.
that we picking on, the boys undefeated at home, baby.
What's his
That
name?
mean y'all lost a lot on the road.
What's his name?
not as much as y'all.
What's your coach's name?
I don't know, man.
Man, Buddy Rowe. Dude.
I don't know.
Anyway, man.
John. His name is John.
Who
John
eliminated?
who?
Who eliminated?
I don't
y'all
wanna
in the
say his
Final
last
Four
name.
last year? Who eliminated y'all in the Final Four last year?
Who eliminated us in the Final Four last year?
Yeah,
Y'all
Oh,
did.
man.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, last year.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the
All them
NCAA
first
basketball
draft
tournament
picks.
is on our minds right now. March is right around the corner. And of course, when we talking March, we talking tournament time, bubble teams,
finna get real
top
mad.
seeds, seeding arrangements, who's going where, who's going to make it to the Final Four. When are we finally going to start talking about Gonzaga?
Who's gonna make it to March Madness?
Right. Well, and because right now this is one of those
Y'all
years.
ain't making it.
Yeah, well, this is one of those
Right now.
years that we can it's a toss up.
USC?
We don't know who's going. We don't know who.
No.
USC definitely making a turn.
We gonna be the reason y'all make it,
Oh,
bro.
my
No,
God.
we gonna, I mean, we beat Virginia just now. We straight.
No,
that
but
got us in there.
this is what's
that's
gonna
That's
happen.
the game that got us in there for sure.
Yeah, you right. No. Whoa.
So
beat
when y'all
Virginia.
Y'all gotta
on
beat
the bubble?
us.
So when y'all on the bubble?
Light
Y'all
work.
gotta beat us, and y'all gotta beat us again, cause we gonna play each other in the ACC championship. Watch.
We'll handle both of them, but we definitely gonna beat y'all next time for sure. I mean, last time we played, last game.
Yeah, it's
Definitely beat
it's
y'all.
in Chapel Hill, so it'll be a different game.
I think we at worst a bubble team on the bubble, and we're gonna get in just because our name brand and that Virginia win is really big. We beat
Yeah, that
Florida
was
State.
good.
We beat Florida State
Yeah,
just
that
now,
too. Yeah.
and we looking forward to y'all taking care of y'all. And we straight. Then we in there.
Wow, this is
But,
crazy. This is
Look, as far as number one, Houston. Oh my God,
this is
listen.
unsuspected. Yeah,
Houston looking good. Alabama is no longer just a football school because
Right.
they basketball program.
Their
is
basketball
trending
program is
upwards.
coming up, right?
They got ball after lottery pick on there, man, looking good.
Okay, we got Kansas down there at 3. What's
They looking
happening?
good, too.
Shout out to the Rock Chalk Jayhawks.
Team that
You know
put
what I'm
up-
saying? The school who somewhat brought basketball to the forefront by went and showed us what it was like to win. UCLA down here at 4. We got Purdue at 5. Marquette was good at 6. Another Texas staple. We got Baylor at 7. Arizona, shout out to the boys in Arizona at 8. Texas, always somewhere in the top 25, of course. At 9, we got Gonzaga. Who knows where? I need to make that a question. Where is Gonzaga located?
Washington.
I know, but that's
It is?
Washington State.
Oh,
Washington State.
Washington State.
I know. I was going to see if somebody could put that in the comments,
Word,
Joe.
my fault. I didn't
Anyway, yeah, good.
I like
Gonzaga at 10. Kansas State at 11. Tennessee at 12. UVA, the Vols. I mean, not the Vols, but Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Is at 13.
UNC at 95.
UConn
That
at
went over Virginia
14.
got us up there
It was
Indiana.
UNC
in the 30s.
Indiana.
UNC.
That's right. Those Hoosiers are there.
Y'all
at
ain't ranked
15.
neither. Y'all ranked?
No, we ain't
16.
ranked.
All right, then you talk like y'all ranked, bro.
16 at Miami. We got 17 with St. Mary's, 18 with San Diego State, 19 with Xavier. Shout out to Xavier. 20
HBCU.
with Providence, 21 with Maryland, TCU with 22, Kentucky at 23,
Texas A&M at 24, and Pitt at 25. Now, if you notice anything about basketball, I did not name North Carolina or Duke in the top 25. This is the AP first in the past 6 years, I believe, that they haven't. That neither one has been ranked. And you know,
want to see
it's pandemonium. In my opinion,
brackets.
You know what I'm saying? So this is one of those tournaments, you know, they get the brackets. We get to see who's winning. Millions of people make brackets. You get to win a bunch of money.
Oh, we
but
doing that
nobody's bracket is going to win because they're not who we're going to play. Like, who we going to put there?
Let's do a Red Room bracket challenge, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely definitely down with that. Rec Room brackets. Rec Room brackets will be in full effect. And I'm with it. Jay, on the MIC, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of what we're doing right now, what we're seeing here in college basketball, the influx of the dichotomy, the change, the difference between, you know, where players are going to play basketball at, is that having an effect on like what we see here in the top 25 right now?
Definitely. I think for one, as much bad of a bad rap the AAU circuit gets, I think it still builds competition. You got kids stepping in better prepared. When you used to go to basketball camp, going into your high school team, going in, you know, trying to make your high school team. Now these kids are going basically to AAU, and it's getting them ready. Not only while they're going through high school, but it's kind of getting them ready for college. It's getting them ready for college competition. Not only just who you're going against, who you're playing for, but actually who you're fighting for spots against.
Right.
So, you know, it's definitely a lot of parity. I think that's a bigger piece of what's going on than anything is the AAU circuit. It's helping build up competition, but it's parity now. Like you can, you know, not only getting kids from different areas, you got kids that wanted to play for, you know, UNC's, Indiana's, and all these teams. Now they want to beat UNC, Indiana from hometown.
They are.
I want to play. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Oh,
so, you know, it's just mainly, you know, like I said, kids that's you know, built up to play for a certain school, and it went away from that. You got the kids. Hometown could be Bloomington, Indiana, but they're playing against Indiana and beating Indiana. Mm-hmm. You know, and then now it's just kids that's going everywhere. You know, you got
that's good.
One thing I always admire, man, Kawhi Leonard, man. I remember when he was playing for San Diego State, even though it's in the same state where he was, you know, his home state.
Right.
It's just San Diego State, in that far along in the about to say the playoffs in the tournament was unheard of, was unseen. You're not used to seeing that.
Right.
I believe Steve Fisher was actually the coach at the time, and you know, you got these coaches now that used to be coaches. You know, Steve Fisher used to be coach of the Michigan Wolverines. You know, San Diego State. You got Rick Pitino now. You know, at a smaller school, you got a son, which, you know, wasn't as big as senior, or should I say, Rick Pitino, the father. You have a lot of parity. You got people everywhere now.
Right.
You got good coaches at not so good programs, not its biggest program of programs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, I feel you on that, man, because I mean, you know, a lot of changes has been made. You know, a lot of times when we look up and we see the Cinderella story come around, these Cinderellas ain't playing no more. All right, they're not even Cinderellas. You want to talk about the shoe coming off at 12?
They're Berettas.
Right, they coming off. They got the shoe on and they are strapped up and ready to play basketball.
In their shoe.
Right, they ready to go. So I feel you on that, man. And one of the things that we witnessed especially is the way that these young men and young women are being set up to compare themselves to one another on this AAU circuit, because they're going, hey man, you know he got that scholarship you wanted when you wanted to go to North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to go to North Carolina A&T. You know what I mean? What's that?
Cameron crazies, bro.
There you go, man. God dog it.
Yeah.
God dog it, Shaq.
So, back to what we. Sir.
I just want y'all to know that.
You just had to do that.
That was
Like somebody knows actually what that was.
I was like, what? Yeah.
they gonna know what 17 and 11 look like from Mondo Bacat when we see them.
Oh, talking about Big Cot?
17 points a game from Love.
Oh man!
That's-
Listen, we done
You ready to ball, RJ
we done
Davis.
lit the flame under the North Carolina Duke argument, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a North Carolina Tar Heel fan or a Duke fan, put it in the comments down here in the comments. Make sure you don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Red Room Sports Podcast. Put that down there. Are you a North Carolina fan? Are you a Duke fan? You know what I'm saying? Let us know what's going on with you. Now, like we were mentioning, these teams, that are going around here picking and scouting these young kids early. This year seems to be leading up to one of the most interesting tournament schedules that we have seen in so far. Whereas, your number one team is not going to be your number one team on the back end. You know what I mean? It's anybody can beat anybody in this tournament. And of course in the NCAA tournament, one loss sends you home. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to discuss this further with the guys because for right now, we don't know what's going to happen. But when they set up these brackets, man, we're gonna be locked in. We're gonna be locked in. We're gonna be locked in and ready to go.
It's gonna be
man.
some strong number ones though, man. Kansas, Houston, Alabama, like those
Of course,
strong number
yeah,
ones.
of course, yeah.
It'll come down to who out on
Houston,
Marquette.
Alabama, Kansas.
UCLA to get that fourth number one.
You know what I'm saying? Mess around, Marquette win a game and come up or something like that.
That Purdue guy look like a problem.
Listen,
And
But
let's
he's 7'4".
Let's not forget the Final Four is in Houston. So if Houston can get to the Final Four, it's going to be bananas. It's going to be kind of unfair.
Bananas.
Fans.
And of course, we're going to be counting on Coach Joy for live commentary from the Final Four.
Yeah.
Pictures
If I
and
can get in that thing,
commentary.
baby.
AT&T.
You know what I'm saying? So shouts
Atlanta
out to
Hawks. I'm so glad y'all lost. I just had to say it like that.
them. Wow.
Ooh.
I know this is like NBA
Yeah.
and bringing up
we-
the NBA situation right now.
Right.
We had the end. You can speak your mind.
Oh, all right. So, man,
Tell us how you feel, man.
I thought it was my ex-girlfriend, y'all.
Wow.
I thought it was my ex-girlfriend calling me. I'm not gonna do it no more.
Right.
So, I thought it was my ex calling me. I was ignoring the call. Maybe she's watching, but
Oh my God.
who cares? I'm not mean to say it like that. What I mean to say, I mean, come on,
Somebody about to croak.
she might be watching, but how can I say this?
How can you?
It was okay. I thought it was her, so it was the Hawks calling me.
Let you know.
He's trying to tell me, hey man, your card is not the same card, or well, as far as they know, it's not going through.
Right.
What's up? What was our money?
Right.
You know, I probably owed him, man. I swear, I think I owed him less than like $100, bro. Like $100 something, man.
Damn.
I had, and it shows I had it was like paid up to like I think January to December. And they was calling me like, "Hey, your card's not going through." My card was stolen.
Wow.
Got to tell them.
Damn.
So this number's coming up, and I'm thinking it was somebody I didn't want to talk to. I should have said that.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But now it's even worse because I'm saying it's somebody I didn't want to talk to.
We know
But
who you are.
yeah. So they sent my money back.
Wow.
For all the tickets that I had left. And I missed the game tonight.
Could have went.
And I'll be missing the Portland game as well.
Damn.
And the Timberwolves game.
Damn.
And the Mavericks game. And the Warriors game. So, special love you to the Atlanta Hawks. Glad you lost. Should have got Luka.
Wow.
You wouldn't have been.
Should have got Luka.
Yo, you didn't hear about the exchange between one Mike Bell of 929 the game?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Atlanta's home station.
Please enlighten us.
It was a pretty good little tit
tiff, you know what I'm saying, between Mike Bell and the camp of one Trae Young.
Wow.
Ice cold.
Ice Trae.
And
Ice Trae. Ice.
they were going back and forth. This started where I believe Rayford Young, the father of Trae Young,
Right.
he unfollowed. They made sure that he
Big Ray.
unfollowed 92.9 The Game.
Big Ray.
Yeah, I don't think he's that big. But,
Not the little one.
so basically he
Mr. Raven.
pause. So it just comes into this thing where they were going back and forth, man. Not following. You know, this is the biggest station in Atlanta.
Right,
You know, this is like the
sports
official
radio
station.
talk, right?
The Hawks,
92.9.
the Braves,
The
you know, we
game.
go on. Well, not the Braves, but the Hawks, the Falcons, UGA, and Atlanta United.
Soccer team, hockey team.
So it was this long going thing, and then you know, Trae Young posted something to the effect of you know, he got the game winner the other night, and was saying like, you know, we're you know, to the effect of we're battle tested, we're fighting. And so he, you know, one Mike Bell post of the midday show,
right.
from 2 to 7 on weekdays, basically said, well, you know, that's just the last 2 games, bro. We need to, you know, we need to kind of get going here. And so many, he said it, just small little detail. And Trae Young called him a garden tool, man. He said, shut up.
Wow.
Garden tool, I don't play for you.
Wow.
That was pretty entertaining, man. You know, where, you know, it's a radio show, big radio show, the biggest radio show in the state, in the city. And it was just weird because when they had the problems, they had problem with the coach. Trae was young. Trae was nowhere to be found.
Got rid of that coach, ain't it?
Right. And once they got rid of him, you got Trae Young in a Steve Nash jersey. You know, he wasn't able to talk. He wasn't able to be found. Didn't have any comment to the media. He wasn't available. And then he posted something with a Steve Nash jersey.
Why would he want Steve?
Why Steve Nash?
That's his favorite point guard.
Ah.
Yeah. And then, you know, this,
Who was Steve Nash's coach, maybe?
it's just the fact that it's a lot of seems like subliminal stuff going
It's
on.
It's some low key heat going on.
Yeah, him and Nate McMillan has some
keep it real.
issues, and you know he
Trae Young went up there and said, "Look, man, it's either him or me, and I don't think he gonna win you no championship."
well, you already know, man, when you got, you know, your franchise player, somebody you put a lot into
Stock.
he brought swag to the team, so on and so on.
Some kind of swag.
I would have picked Luka.
Luka got swag.
I mean, Luka hasn't been much of a. Not saying that Trae Young's been out there getting locked up and can't do nothing with him. He's a hard head, but you know they said on a radio show that one thing, you know, we know these players as players. You know, sometimes we get their personality and things like that, but we don't know like how they've been raised.
Right.
Right.
You know, you could have we got the trade to use this, but he's basically a famous he's a famous example with Des Bryant, where basically they had a babysitter following him around, you know, so that he won't get into trouble.
Right.
You know, in Dallas, he got kicked out of the mall a few times. He got kicked out of a lot of establishments in Dallas.
Right.
from what
Yeah.
I've heard.
Des Bryant was quite the person at the time.
You know, and it just goes back to, you know, hate to say it, like how they was raised, you know, and you know, if you had somebody who has never been held accountable for anything, gets whatever he wants, it's hard for them to realize, like, you know, I need to be around for my team. I need to be a leader. So it is how it is. But, you know, I'm sorry to go on to that. It's just missing the game.
I feel you, man.
Missing the games.
Listen, man. You know, it's tough. But you know one thing we not gonna miss?
What's that?
We not gonna miss none of this big fights that we got going on in the next couple months, okay? This weekend.
John Jones.
This weekend. Finally, the return.
John Jones.
The return. The return
of the match.
of one of the best mixed martial arts fighters ever to grace the ring. John Jones is fighting Cyril Gane. No, Cyril Gane. This is his real name. It's not Gone Cyril. Cyril Gane in the MMA heavyweight division for the vacant heavyweight belt because Francis Ngannou could not reach an agreement with the heads of USC, or really the head of USC. Everybody knows Dana White. Shout out to Dana White, man. Dana White got that money, got the cojones to do whatever he wants. But John Jones is back. Okay, John Jones is back. He's fighting Cyril Gane. I'm excited to see it. I'm going to watch it somewhere. Maybe I can't tell you where, but I'm going to watch it. But I'm going to try and figure out how. But at the same time, it's been 2.5, 3 years since we've last seen John Jones in the ring, in the octagon. The last time we saw John Jones in the octagon, he was still up to form, up to par, but he said he was going up to the heavyweight division, and he wanted to do it naturally, so he put on the weight. He is bigger than Chandler Jones, which is his little brother who plays for the Las Vegas Raiders. He's huge. So, but he naturally wanted to fit into a heavyweight body because he's never been that big. He's been lanky, he's been tall, he's been always a light heavyweight, but not a heavyweight. But now he's a whole nother monster, and he thinks he is ready to ascend back to the top of the pound for pound rankings in MMA. I can't wait. Then two. There's another fight that we got to be ready for because, of course, boxing just took place where in Abu Dhabi, Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury in a split decision bout in Abu Dhabi. I wish we could have went to that, because we go where they don't go. I wanted to get one of the turbans, you know what I'm saying, and get real fresh and go out there for that. But you know what I'm saying. The next big thing is Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia on April 22nd. Finally, I can't wait to see that one. We're going to have to do a proper kickback pay-per-view party for that in April or something like that. Y'all going to have to plan that out for my birthday. So big shout out to Matt Tom, you know what I'm saying, because we're going to be trying to go watch that fight in comfort with some of that sweet Louise chicken, some of that dirty rye, some of the ribs. I'm telling you, man, we're gonna do it big. But I can't wait for that one because they pretty much finalized how much of the bag is going to get. Speaking of the bag, y'all know that Jake Paul pretty much got $30 million in the loss.
Wow.
And because Tommy Fury won, because they shook hands on this bet, Jake Paul. That's right. There was a double or nothing bet that Jake Paul and Tommy Fury shook hands on at the weigh-ins and at the press conference, and they said pretty much that if Jake Paul loses, he's going to double Tommy Fury's purse, and Tommy Fury went home with $14 million instead of $7 million. But still, yeah, Jake Paul got 30 bands. And it was a star-studded event too, so yeah, it's a good day. I think it's a good day. I think it's a good day for Jake Paul. Jake Paul got Jake Paul finally fought a boxer, and now he knows what he's gonna have to do to beat a boxer. Jake Paul ain't no slouch. He ain't playing when it comes to training. He's gonna figure it out. But I at least wanted to bring some of that fight game into the element of the show today.
Shout out to our sponsor one more time.
Yeah, shout out to our sponsor, Kraqin Iced Tea.
Make sure
you could follow us. Make sure you go follow and like Kraqin Iced Tea on Instagram. You see the logo back here, okay? That's KRAQIN Iced Tea on Instagram. So like, share, subscribe for us as well. Don't forget, man, it's the Rec Room Sports Podcast. Trending topics. Catch us next week, and we will be back with more. What you got, Jay?
Christ can't hit a curveball.
Wow. Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball.
Wow.
Just let y'all know. Baseball is back, man.
Yeah. Major League.
Jay got his own buttons. We gonna let him hit them all. God dog it. We gonna be back next week, okay?
At the party at my grandma's house.
What?